Hello and welcome to the Legends of Runeterra 4.12 patch breakdown. 4.12 introduces the next expansion to Legends of Runeterra, with the expansion's name being revealed last week as Fate's Voyage Beyond. Mordekaiser, Morgana, and the 4th Runeterra exclusive champion Elder Dragon will be joining the roster of champions from December 6th. Mordekaiser's package will introduce the Deathless keyword, which will revive a unit once it has died, however the unit will be stunned and have its health set to 1. Morgana and a few of the new cards will introduce curses to the game, which put debuffs on players or their cards. An example of a debuff would be Suppression, which is a 2-mana focus speed spell, which has the text, "You cannot cast spells whilst I'm in hand." This means the player will be forced to play the spell if they wish to play any spells for the rest of the game. Elder Dragon will introduce Dragon Boons as a new vocab. At the start of the game, if you have Elder Dragon in your deck, when you play a unit whose base cost is 6 or more, you can choose one of 2 Dragon Boons to play onto it. There are currently a total of 6 Dragon Boons, one for each of the elemental drakes in League of Legends. Elder Dragon will also introduce the Can't Be Stopped vocab. To put it simpler, there is very little you can do once Elder Dragon has leveled. You can only stop the damage if you have 2 very specific interactions. The first response is to play Sump Monument, so that you can negate all of the damage that the Elder Dragon does to your Nexus. The second response is to play Goleth the Unscalable, which has been buffed to more health than the Elder Dragon can deal in one attack. These are the only 2 ways to stop Elder Dragon, as he cannot be blocked, stunned, killed, obliterated, frostbitten, silenced, recalled, or any other negatively impacted effects. For cosmetics, we're being introduced to the Coven event. This will bring 9 skins to the game, 6 of them being purchasable from the store, and 3 of them being exclusive to the event pass. The purchasable skins are for Coven Morgana, Coven Ahri, Coven Lysandra, Coven Evelyn, Old God Elder Dragon, and Old God Mordekaiser. Coven Morgana, Ahri, and Lysandra will also include level up animations. However, at the time of making this video, we don't have access to those files, so we can't show them to you unfortunately. For the event pass skins, we will receive Coven Ashe, Coven LeBlanc, and Old God Malphite. Speaking of the event pass, it will also include the following cosmetics: Ahri Coven, Ashe Coven, and a Monsters Coven card backs, as well as the 6 emotes for Ahri, Ashe, Elder Dragon, Evelyn, LeBlanc, and Morgana. And for the last purchasable cosmetic, we will also be getting the Ritual Altar board, which is themed around Coven and will include the music which you've been able to hear throughout this video. There was also a note to this board, as Riot have said this will be the last board that we will see for the foreseeable future. Regarding competitive, these are the ranked icons for the upcoming Fate's Voyage Beyond expansion. As you can see, they will be themed around Mordekaiser, the Iron Revenant. The Gauntlet pins have also been revealed, and they will be themed around different elemental dragons, with the last one being themed on Elder Dragon himself. For bundles, we have the following. The Ritual Altar bundle will include the Ritual Altar board, as well as Coven Evelyn champion skin and card back. The Powers Profane bundle will include all of the skins which are purchasable in the store. These are Coven Morgana, Ahri, Lysandra, and Evelyn, as well as Old God Mordekaiser and Elder Dragon. The Worlds 2023 bundle will release on December 15th and will include 4 decks which are being used by Worlds competitors. The Worlds Mordekaiser emote, as well as the Worlds 2023 Championship card back and icon. The Dragonblood deck bundle will offer a Shyvana and Elder Dragon deck, with the goal of building up a board of dragons and overwhelming your opponents. The final bundle for this patch will be the Illusion of Death deck bundle, which will offer a LeBlanc and Mordekaiser deck, with the goal of reviving units and taking advantage of the Reputation vocab. There is also one more cosmetic change in this patch. Jazz Bard will be receiving a level up animation in this patch, meaning his skin will go from a common to a rare. For Path of Champions, all 3 of the new champions will be unlockable once the expansion goes live. Mordekaiser's 3 powers are Twice Slain, Thrice Born, and Twice Slain 2. Morgana's 3 powers are Bound Wings, Crushing Guilt, and Bound Wings 2. Elder Dragon's 3 powers are Dragon Sire, Aspect of the Dragon, and Dragon Sire 2. We will also be receiving 7 new powers for Path of Champions. These are Biggle Dust Stash, Undying Legion, Phantom Pranks, Inheritance, Deep Cuts, Easy Prey, and Unlimited Power. Path of Champions will also be receiving 2 new relics, Wicked Harvest and Disciple of Shadows. Path of Champions will also be receiving 2 new items, Immortal and Phase Favour. The final thing for Path of Champions is an adjustment, with a new keyword being released, only found on relics, called Power. Relics with Power will come into effect when the game starts, and will allow the team to open up a few new opportunities for more relics in the future. To add to the new keyword, there will also be a few epic relics which will receive an adjustment in this patch. Found Fortune, Spirit of Buru, Packed Powder, The Beast Within, Oath of the Guardians, Portal Pals, Echoing Spirit, Chosen by the Stars, Death's Foil, Starforged Gauntlets, Savour the Screams 1 and 2, and finally Come Out to Play, will all receive an adjustment in this patch. For more competitive news, Worlds is right around the corner, with Riot partnering with Aegis Esports to bring us coverage for the 2023 World Championships, which will be streamed on the official Legends of Runeterra Twitch and YouTube accounts starting from December 14th. To make sure everyone is watching the peak of competitive Runeterra, Riot will also be disabling the Gauntlet until January 3rd, so take a break and enjoy the Worlds coverage. The final thing to include are the 2 community shoutouts for this patch. Firstly, Sunny and Fresh Lobster will be hosting a charity stream together on December 10th, raising money for The Life You Can Save. Viewers will be able to donate and change the streamers' decks whilst they're going head to head. Secondly, both Dan and Sleeping have organised a New York City watch party for the 2023 World Championships. So if you find yourself in New York on December the 14th to 16th, go hang out with the Runeterra community as they watch the World Championships. As always, the final thing to talk about in these patch notes are the bug fixes. The main one this time is an interaction being fixed between the Titanic units and the Sigils of the Storm. And that's all for this month's patch breakdown. I'll see you guys next time for the 5.0 patch notes.